Pastor Dave, the Lutheran Church on the S curve, Monmouth, Oregon. I used to remember him as coming with the elders to my grandpa's house, 823 D Street, and I thought he was a bishop before, but he used to come with the elders. I think they used to have a different bishop, right? And my grandpa used to have his big Bible on his table, and he set down the concrete there, set in stone. My Domingo Maya, Senior and Domingo Maya, the second, two in Roman numerals, and they put their hands in the concrete, and he lived in the trailer. And at the end, he had a curve where the trailer was for Minguito. The trailer was a big blue, like house movable trailer. Irma said they sold it or gave it away, and it was in the back by the creek. They lived next to my grandma Crescencia, I think it's Martinez, Santiago Amaya, and my uncle Theo Juan Amaya was there, living there. She used to have cats and an old school TV, and a couch, and we'd go there. Theo Juan would stay there. They had satellites in the backyard from connected at my great grandma's house and at my grandpa's house. I need to get those satellites and see what they were helping with. It was 2 satellites, and my grandpa worked for Quest, which turned to AT&T, and they put one of those telephone type trucks over there by the Madrona and Edwards on the corner, and then someone was passing by Lucas's birthday, the 4 given, and without repentance, there's tensi, without they, T, E is a gym, prophetic everything, NT is no, pros, EN is to end everything, CE is Christ everything. Yes, given the living word. I just think words and I spell them out. But the police, I informed the police, said out loud at the Memorial Park Main Street that I needed tactical gear. So if anything happens, the police didn't apply it, and I was yelling it out loud, like Mikael or Archangel Michael is Hebrew, Mikael, M-I-K. Is it E? Mikael? I think A-E-L. But the frame with the fat team up angel watching over the male and female child, which is CH, Greek for XY. You gotta mix the AO together for Alpha and Omega. They keep them separate sometimes, and they put AO or the symbols for Alpha and Omega. But Omega is 2 feet down, like a cowboy. It looks like a cowboy with spurs. But artists said, you guys remember when Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, used to rap and then make the movie Kazam like a genie, and with Max, and it was a good movie. And then he paid $70K off his card at Walmart, 70,000 out of love, and they caught his card on his security with his bank or whatever, and then I think that was a warning prophecy. The Kobe Black Mamba and the purple and yellow. But it was the helicopter. So it says the helipad, or the or the heli cop, or the uh, people, or persons, and the S in parentheses, and the heli, or heli PT, which is like part ER. Helicopter. But if you drop the E in a lot of the words, which I heard like someone say, and then you put just R in everything, what that means, like tier, or that tier, like Midgard. E-draw. It says E-draw seal. So I said E-draw seal is the tree of life, the middle of the universe in North Pantheon. So E-draw seal. And when the seal comes, the seal comes, right? It's like the seals of the higher keys and lesser keys. What the heck are you doing? The TV. Helping his partner. But they helico, which means double hell. PT, prophetic T, or prophetic cross. Every real, everything real. But there's different ways to look at it. Different ways to put those words in. Helioso, or Hellion is like something from hell. Helios is, I think, Helios is like a Greek word. And then Helios. Hellion is he lie on with the I, meaning the I is the one. But that means what? If you put two L's, hell, that's why they have hell, like in Avengers, the sister Loki and Thor, they got hell. But that hell would be heal. Because why? Because, or hail. And if it's hail, or heal, then it's the Achilles. Get funny, Achilles, which is the leases, the contracts, when they try. And why the violence? So, is this a scene? SC, Snapchat, ENE. The ESAU. Everything. Sex. Is it assault? But U is ass. Salt and vinegar. Chips to cleanse. Vinegar is distilled with the potato, which is, someone told me, Asiba's martyr told me, Asiba's martyr told me, distilled is this still, ED, educational, everything done, yeah, sure, SHUR, fireworks, whistling, P, sparks, sparkly, white dog, furry, safety, full circle. It's green. Keep it real over Tuzo. But I don't remember this part of Hustle the Flow. And they use different frequencies like 32 hertz or 30 hertz or raise the frequencies on TVs for the visual and audio. Sometimes it sounds like they're talking to you, or sometimes it sounds like or it looks like it's like a live scene. And then sometimes they use live scenes. Let's hit. No. Taraji. Taraji looked like they made a meme. Nah. They made a meme with a frog at the T. What the heck? The hood of the car. Malibu police car. Taraji. What? The heck? Bars. I'm on the hood. Is that? The corn rows. So people get corn rows. But then they go against corn rows or braids. Bra ID. Braid. 3-in-1 braid. Like a Celtic or a Celtic. They got the phone in the police station scene. Precious. You ain't getting no more freak, Randy. They ruined a microphone and a desktop laptop, gaming laptop. The 7th letter, G, the 1 and 5. Firmware. Fee, room, what? There's a setup. Oh, I'm tired of saying setup. Conspiracy that failed against me, my family. But who really is family if it says everything? So over everything. We were on the top floor, but we had the spring clear. Or the sprinkler. It looks like white and it looks like copper gold brass. And it looks like aluminum or silver. You see designs in there? It looks like my tattoo of drops of 33 with the way it flows on me. It would be 3 dots 3 points on the crown and a halo right next to the Star of David, and right next to the S that has one line through it. And the light bulb right here is with the chain. It looks like the top is connected with the woven. The purple and black hair tie with the braids, 3 into 1, 1 into 3 of oppression. We're going against oppression, but oppression, which is like a soccer joke, or sorcerer, double C. Helios, 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 Eros, Erosa, Erosa, Kuli, Ere, Erio, Erio, Ares, Hello, radio station. I like crypto ray, the word I made. Or ELLA. Ella. 2 L's makes a Y sound in Spanish. Pre or cry. CRI. That. Which are pre and cry. Crifter. Ter. Terrain. It's like land. Terrain. And tear away, or rip away, but which is set up right. Aya, Krish Tere, against the king, and the second, or the enemy, for everything it is. But that would be with what? A warning of red hair and the red head cover, meaning mu shix me mu shix me when XIX double X'd out with the I in the middle. FXM Xavier. There's Xavier. There's Xavier. Yeah. Hollywood. Double Y. LL. Double Y. Means holy. Ho. Ye. Or ho. Hoi. Oi. 2 L's and then Y. Oi. Double lose. Y. Which is King David's slingshot. Yeah. King David's slingshot. Sling. Shot. So they would have a gun, or otherwise, if they were trying to go against us, unless they were saving us. But they would go, Sodom and Gomorrah means so dominant, and because you're not there yet, that you would go more, or mora. So, the Jesus it, what's up, Jit? They say that to people over there in Florida. They say, what up, Jit? And it's, I don't know, on TikTok they say, they said that means like, what's up, homie, or what's up, dude, you know what I mean? But my grandpa used to call Aiden G-dude. So Aiden, the firstborn son of Esteban Moreno and Alexis Amaya. And he's a Dan, like a Daniel, like Alpha Dan Amaya. Alpha Dan Amaya, his name is a prophecy for me. I got his name on my chest. And they try to make the frequency on this video look like the TV scene. You know what I mean? But glory be to the heavens, the throne of stone, the throne of light, the throne of before Alpha. He came into the throne, right? Entrapment is a form of things with conspiracies to. I got 2 cameras on this one, but I got these shorts on, and I put them in my bottom drawer, the black drawer, and my TV. Someone turned it on when I went over there, and I have my tapestry over it. A tapestry, another word of praise, and it shines with the skeleton hands inside the Star of David, and the 4 points of the moon, 2 full moons, 2 crescent moons, plus the holy wood with a Baal, O, San, Do. Sand 2, we're saying, we're San, Do. Thor, Paul, O, Omega pallbearer, the same 2. The compass, COMPASS, that's the compass. So when the compass is around the G, why? In the free my son, or free my son, or is that Sony? Free my Sony. Free my Sony. There's a PS for every PlayStation. PlayStation. PS is like leaving a note. PS LAM. PS lambs. The blood of God. Or something greater. You know what I'm saying? May need. MAYNEED. Or may need. NEAD, like the old gods. Or was that mead? Mead with an N. Up, down, up is the N, right? That means you go up, down, up. You have to learn to start going up, down, up, like a zigzag. The I dot, the thermal block the heat. So when they're watching heat, you would see the heat disbursement trying to hide your tactics, and they would put something against the wall. But Wally with a dash with 2 eyes, and then B, the bug, 53. Slug bug, but I got the green 4-leaf clover and the green petals from the bud of the rose open. So I rose again. Monet would be the money horse. Imp Ire, what ire. If you read it backwards, it's eri. PM, personal message, or what? PM, afternoon, prophetic, prophet and Miranda. Then AM, Alpha and Miranda, or prophetic moon. And after morning. But do you see these things on there like a carpet in the old ways? Silk in this from the silkworm. That web silk. And when it say what the fuck when it say? Six Musics MEWXIXFXM hashtag musics. What I mean? 6 4 double Savior Savior. 4 corners of the X are 4 triangles inverted, just like a direction pad on a video game. But PS Sony, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. I had a vision of PS5 looking like towers with black in the middle, looking like a Wi-Fi router. And then I had something else that would try to set up my brother, or turn my brother against me, just like the old ways in Roll Man or Romani. In the cathedral with over a 10-foot door, 2 doors opening in the middle, and the lunch table of the Romans, in the courtyard with gray stones, where they grabbed my wrists, and the yellow energy of San Judas Tadeo. Ta-da! Today, oh, Jew, Saint Jew, Diaz, today, oh, they would try to say on this day or today, or then they want to go to Selenite. 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 It looks like a crystal hanging from my necklace, right? And a rope and a knot, and then a bead in the back, knotted. But a black bead. Beady little eyes. Which is like they keep hearing on spiritual frequencies, other frequencies that saying rat, rat, rat. But what's that mean? And my sister said there's a rat in the storage. But what's that mean? Does that mean raw tea? Or real alpha cross? And they drew Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse at the little fountain in the middle of Main Street Park. And they put swirls in there, put stars, different drawings, and chalk. But L-K. The heat disbursement will hide thermal and will look guilty. Brazier. On Ziet the OFF SET, the paramedics, the paramedics, a gay joke at the fire station. The picture they posted, two of them turned around. It was funny, but I keep seeing funny things, and then I go to their page, to certain pages, and they're not there anymore. Investigating, right? But invest T I gate or gat. The E is in the shape of an upside down smile. So I put my lights as an oil lamp. Sounds like something but barely tapped. So it's not my house, I wouldn't let no one in. But it's Holy Spirit filled. You know what I'm saying? So the Holy Spirit invited me in, my family, and then Ashton Kutcher, Ash Tone, what's your grandma tone? Someone's knocking on the door or the wall. The E, no, CH. Everything knows the CH. The X and the Y axes. Axe is the hatchet in the hand of the capital Goldman. Where you speak freely in across the street is set as a courtyard, like you're idolizing the courtyard. When I went on the Chariots bus, when they're having a rally against immigration years ago, that they had, the heck, but they had, I was on the Chariots bus. Chariots means like a chariot of God, but it's a city bus, transportation, Department of Transportation. The Chariots bus, I was on towards the back on the right side of the bus, and I said, "Si se puede," to all of them, and they all praised me on the bus of Chariot, and it was a great day because I felt them praising me. So they all agreed, the capital, that day, that I had said "Si se puede," and I had power from the window of a chariot. Did you hear that? It looks like, or it sounds like a massage over here. But it's an old lady that I seen that lived there, an older woman. She has a pretty cool, it looked like a spiritual necklace. It looked like a locket. And it looked in the shape of a heptagon or hexagon, like a stop sign, right? And then it looked like the middle of the Star of David. And then it looked silver, or silver, and it was nice. But the lines and the symmetry, or the geometry, the shapes, was raising up into a ring around. It looked like you can open it up like one of those old school jewelry jars, and it had a little point on it. It looked like black obsidian or amethyst. It was nice, and she was nice. I introduced myself, and then I left. But I was seeing outside, and then she looked irritated one time, and then she opened the closet door or whatever at her back porch, and then she slammed it. I think she was like warning me, maybe, or maybe she was mad. She sounded mad, but it was cool. And then I don't know. I just like to sing sometimes, rap, and it's almost Christmas. We got so there's scammers on TikTok that would pop up, right, and I would share their videos, and they would put blank cards with the little metal part, yeah, on the scammers would use, and they would put money on it. They said, uh, but it's probably either fake or whatever. But they had this little machine, and they put the card in there, and they would program the chip or whatever, and the chip would they kept posting videos, and I kept sharing them under my investigation, Prophetic Justice 777, which I have videos on private because I started doing the videos like testing food and testing uh, products and supplements for the TikTok shops, and they would send them to me for free, and I would test them and like make like a little commercial or opinion or whatever, and then yeah. So I got some of my prophecies are on a private or private private, so the public can't see them. So I have to re-log in the Prophetic Justice 777 and go put my prophecies back up. But there's a few that I posted on Facebook and Prophetic Justice. But anyways, my dog Sheba. So SHI is she. Ba. Ba is like sheep. BA. Ba. Or by. Sheba. Queen of Sheba was a Solomon, a queen that went to, or it says in the Bible, a queen that went to visit Solomon. November. Hey. November. So that's always cold. Or no? Vem is a Hebrew word. Vem. Or the vengeance. The Vem is Miranda's family. Benjamin. I called out in the spirit to Benjamin's family, like just like that, to help save her from anything. Mexico Durango. Dora. Go. So that means that his name had Duran and Go, which our last names are, our family last name is Duran, one of them. And then Jimmy died. I found out they said Jimmy Duran, and then it was sad. Then remember Bianca Wint was married to Aaron Wint. When you made a Jehovah Witness joke, and then Jehovah means the hoe left, or after they try to set me up or do what is Jehovah, or I say Jehovah with the H at the end. Helioso. Heliosodome. The Sodome is like the dome, like they play baseball or NFL. The pigskin with the leather stripes on the hand is a finger lace. But yeah, they're playing music on this movie, and is that a great name? I need a haircut eventually. But they had a martini right there. Jehovah. Or the VA. Or half. Jehovah. A, Y. A connected to the alpha in sound, or the everything slingshot Y. Yo, sling that shit. Slingshot off the wrist. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the bands that are rubber band. It says Independence Police. Or Lice. Or P.O. Prophetic Omega. Love. Ice. But Hecate had a shovel in her hand, and it broke off, and it warned me. Someone switched my statue from full silver to a resin statue that was painted silver, and she got mad at me, and I had a dream. And the sword of the Jinn, or the 40 thieves, the black sword of the Tetragrammaton, slit her neck from one of my demons that I fed to her, because they were sending demons to me, or spirits. And I fed her under the full moon, and she opened her mouth up in the full moon, and I fed her a whole spirit that was connected to people who were attacking me. And I'm talking about just in the spirit, my thought of like thinking I can. And then in the sky, she was open in front of the moon and ate it, and I've seen it in the underworld in the prophecy of my room, where I was wearing shorts, one of the shorts I ordered a long time ago from Shein, SHEIN, and it came in a bag. They come in a bag with like a Ziploc, and it had sliding doors, and they're connected to the gym. Whoever has a gym here could be connected to it. And then they were working out, and then there was like a little area where it looked like two rivers when you go into the office. They call it like the bubble, or where the police are, the entryway before you get into the unit. And then that's funny. And then my brother was in there, but we had conquered Hecate. She was purple stone, and the worship, I think, was made her be able to move as stone. A lot of the old gods are stone, but he you hear it? But the Jew saint, I see everything, and I got these little things on my head cover. I don't honor head covers, but double wrapped my head cover, and my hair braided like one from the lands. I was taught it was an oppression, a symbol of indigenous nature. I don't like using that word too much, but it's explaining that you have a part in the back of your head, like Indian in the cupboard, and they probably try to do that, and then probably try to say it's a trick, low key, like low key. I have keys on a ring on my necklace with selenite. Cell, which is both ways. You get a cell or a cuff, both hands, and then or say, lie, night, but N-I-T-E, Nite, connecting selenite with the light and the se, light, ni, N-I, the ni Star of David, and then the T-E is the. And the cop, per, is Miss Officer, Lil Wayne, funny, and then so the cop, per, but it's like per se, or per se. They have many ancient Latin words that they put in their context of their legalities, with the leg all, but off with what's that thing? The guillotine. Guillotine. The old school ways. Guillotine and the stump. So that's the old ways. The thief they caught, the street rat or whatever. The guillotine. But that sounds bad, right? Why does it sound bad? Because people manipulate. But you told me to freeze. That's from The Mask, Jim Carrey. And then, remember Tommy, Anisha's baby's dad? He was saying he came to visit one time. He was driving that big box car, right? It was cleaning up loose ends. It was the same one Tobias drove. And the same one that they need to try to set me up. But there was a shell and the gas and the Mo, NT, not sacrifice, or the Mo, or Mon, M-O-N, the Mon, the Omega Man, which is the stir, the ST, and the monster, which is the ST, or the middle, and the monster is Saint, Mo ins, Saint, ER. And he had 1-4 on his arms. Then he stopped banging and started wearing glasses and having a baby mama and all that. But I seen him in the street, so probably on TV, on streetlight cameras. But you seen him, or was it just a scene? Why did they name it Scene with S-E-E-N-E? Everything, or is E upside down? They're playing a commercial. Ring bell, but was it belly ring? That's funny. But yeah, that vacuum reminds me of a Lunis. I got 5 on it. It's funny. And yeah, Hot Wheels, Nintendo, Switch, Barbie, Walmart. There's a wall with one mark, but those are all the supposable camps that when like they have like issues or something with, like, I think it's martial law, but shall. There's 2 shall. P-A-S-S. Public announce. Social servitude. bear false witness, red and black, and the purple spirit was kind of chromish, kind of silver, kind of sparkly. Spirit was the Kante spirit. She was beheaded by one of my spirits in the underworld, where it was Jim and prophecy. And her dream spirits were all shapeshifters, and they dream walk. And I took over them. Easy.
So what if he did? What if Jamal made a play for the company and your two brothers went to work?
But the wind.
And you
My torch is gonna work.
are the last man standing.
The wind. The Vaga. T.I. on. There's the T.I. The, I won't say individual, but it's the I. But my eye, I make look like a little flame on my tattoo. Shoulder to shoulder, it says family over everything. So, what does that mean? It's like the highest realm, son above the father. For me.
You really made something of yourself. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's a shame to get dope dealing, Mom.
So, and it would say S-O and N or P-R-I with the flame lit on the eye means what? Marked I and like ending or cap. It looks like a cap. Like you cover the frame, the setups, and easy. Deville. Eno. The new beginning. Yod. Or Yo. D. Y-O-D. Yod He Vad He. Vad. Yod He Vad is V-O-D. Vo-D. Yod He. H-E-H. Hey. Yod He Vad He. Double up the H-E-H. H-E-H. There'd be two gods. Like Zeno. The gods in the universes of Dragon Ball Z. Right? But the Grim.
I told you I was gonna hook you up.
You okay, Grim? That's the Pilgrim or the P.I. L. Grim. P.L. P.I.L. Grim. They would try to use the pill. Grim. So they try to use pills. So I got an investigation to see if they were righteous at the post office in Independence. I opened it up and it was just wax for making candles. I didn't remember if it was beeswax or soy wax, but I opened it in front of them to see if they would report pills to test at a federal United States post office, Independence, Oregon. And then plus 7 is 8. It's an infinite horizontal and vertical. The axe is real from the jug, bell, oh. And then Tani is warning me in the Z, bow, arrows.
It's nice to see you again, man.
I never wanted him anyway.
I know.
Pixie sticks. We got that selfie stick. Playboy bunny. It's like the robe of Santa Muerte. Q. Hefner. Like U high. Instead of the U, it's double. It's a U. But you put an I in the middle. I dot or I. Like it looks like a candle holder. And U H. U I. G H. And then hash. Ner. Hash. Is like Hefner is like trying to do the setup of Hugh Hefner or High Hefner, your high setup for Hefner with the robe and the chain, the 4 little bunnies, and then the one in the middle. Cardi B wears. But I got a tattoo that says you would try to. It's a purple bunny with a bow tie, right? And around it is smoke, going up in smoke, predicting that you would try to use a Playboy bunny and smoke against me. I did it with my own hands. His hands are gifted. His hands are beautiful. Hands are everything. His hands are connected to all the planets, all the universe, consistently growing. And it's right there. Playboy bunny up in smoke. And then when you put it upside down, it says SA right here. SA. Right here. S, A. But the A looks like a triangle. And the S right there is like a slant. Right above it is hollow star. Right? Like maybe a shooting star? Or right by my Theo Mejito's name was a baseball, double stitched like his back, shoulder. And then right here is all dark and right there is a diamond, sideways diamond. But it looks like a blink of a TV, old TV. But right here says SA. And there's a black star right there. PL, black star, YER. Why do we send people to the ER? I mean, why do you guys hurt people? But right here is the money sign. It's reverse shading, 2 lines. Right in between the M, or right by the O. But the O comes out twice and loops back in. And it has 2 O's or 2 loops at the top, like glasses. And this loops back in too, the middle O. Prophecy, the eyes watching, people watching, and it looks like a mask or a minion from the Minion show, the yellow minions, and then both sides is double backed in. Right next to the money sign. Money sign means right next to, but then we got up in smoke, the money rose, which I did myself. Did all these myself, most of them. And it's the money rose. But the money rose what? It says one who? That sounds Asian. HU. Or is that HU? Hun Dread. 100 is the Hun Dread, like the Hun Agro Dread, or the D Red, meaning that the 100 like the money or whatever 100 would be a setup for the one dread, the 100 or the dreaded head individuals, personal transgressions of debt. But it was up in smoke, and I took off the bottom border of this money rose, and it connected to the smoke, and it was right next to the M right here, which looks like it has 2 points of the B and 2 points on the M, and it loops back in at the end, and it loops back in over here. See? Then the line, this points to 2 lines. Then right here it goes up into the money rose, and it says 100 right there, and then it actually says 1, and then it has a little circle in the middle. Then it has a dot next to M, a dot next to B or O, a dot next to B. Each one has a period. So the mob in each letter got stopped each time because my letters looped back in, saying I would defeat the curse of 26 twice. 2026, begotten twice, but I already beat it twice, so I'm on the 3rd round. And then I got 2 leaves right here. The second leaf is right by the heart, but I had a reverse shading of XIV, but I covered it with a leaf, like shame. Then a red heart right there by the letter A. It was for Elijah, the Saint Joseph's son. And then I have the leaf connecting to the middle vein with my mom's name, Angela, or Angel La, A to A, with a rose. Then my birthmark is right here. It's light brown. And right here, the bottom across loops into and hooks the mark of the suicidal king, they say, or the mark of the beast. Me and my mom have it. CH is XY chromosome. Then these are the roots, the strands connecting to the rose and the leaf. And then right next to the money rose upside down. And there's 2 parts right here that loop into the cross, but the bottom of the roots go into the cross, the point, 3 points on each side of the cross, and then goes into a leaf right back into the smoke by the upside down Playboy bunny, and then goes all the way around the bottom of the cross, and there's another leaf over here, and a bud of rose right there that's gonna be another rose, and then the banner, David Banner, Hulk's name, it's funny, it's like King David the banner, but it has a banner right there. I didn't know what to put there, but it's hallowed be thy name, to change names or to be born again. And then it has 4 petals from the buds, or 1, 2, 2 in the front that looks like a spider, 2 fangs, and then 1 over here, 1 over here. So it had 4, and 2 on each end, going out both ends, and then 2 in the front, and then they're green with black outlines that go into the banner or the ribbon, and then the red rose in the middle of the cross above the banner with 2 leaves on the side of this banner, by the shaded in star, and the star has stuff on the side that's like shooting star, and then or like a shooting star or the cosmos, and then the rose is red with black outlines, and then the vine goes all the way up to the top and loops back in, and then finally there's a apostrophe or a comma, and then another line right there, and then above it it has sun rays or shining shaded. It says be live. I was putting believe, but something said BLIVE to believe, and then from there was another star that was a pentagram that I shaded in, and the E right here where it says be live is right in the increase of the star, and then this one's a hollow star again, reverse shading, and then it goes. This star goes all the way back into a hollow star. One side, so the star is dark, and one's lighter with the S, and one increase of the star, and the A in the other crease of the star. The inner creases of the star, the corners, the indents, the sevens, or the triangles. And then there's a diamond right there that covered 4 dots right there by the dark side of the star, dark star. Right next to the double stitched baseball, it's a circle with 2 lines, stitched, red stitched, but this is all black ink. And it says, "Tío amiguito." Then it says, then I got another bicep right above the Be Live and the cross. It has a right by the pentagram colored in or shaded in. It has the organ state shape with a red star. And I shaded a little bit of the outside. It's connected to Miguito's name, and it looks like it went through the corner and around.
You win. I'm doing this for you, but I want to do it.
And I got a scar right here. It's a 40-ounce scar of Old English, glass into my blood, and it's in the shine of the B live. It looks like a glowing V, and then the dark shade of the V going to Oregon, saying that you guys would set me up with the thorns, the roses, the women, be live. And then the 40 ounce is the OZ, Omega, what do they say, Z is on the Z, but it's a stab right above the crease, so it's another scar. The B loops in, B live, and then the OZ, I stabbed myself, right? Because somebody said they were pregnant and they wanted to kill my baby, and I stabbed myself, and with the 40-ounce bottle I broke it, Old English, and I have an Old English letter on my back, the N, inside the Aztec bird, and it's hollow, it's just outlined, and when I got it, a Satanist put my friends back in the day hands on my back, and I defeated Satan. I defeated all their ancestors and all their spirits. They did a Satan ritual, and on a tattoo that means going against oppression, or Woga means like strike, or well, 7th letter G, God, A alpha, but it's spelled with different. Who? LGA. Woga. But if you keep, it's like an eye for an eye method. I used to say to myself, you can't do it to yourself, you can't do it to others, basically. So one time I was in my garage when I was little, and I lit my whole hand on fire with 70% isopropyl, and that's the rubbing alcohol, right? Rubbing called who, body eating spirit, rubbing alcohol, or alcohol means a hallway. It looks like a limbo. But the biceptor, the triceptor, the forearm, the wrist, the right, the IST, and then the dragon that bonded to me in a dream when people would attack me and my brother. I seen a theater, and that theater it came out with a dragon and bonded to my hand with the dragon rope and gave me energy and power. And to bind a dragon is one of the most disrespectful things to do, because the dragons have been hunted in stories and fables as a conquering. And I put a prophecy out to not bind the dragons. Binding dragons is like binding Lucifer, or binding all dragons, any dragons. You know what I mean? Tiamat. It sounds like Aunt Matt. It says welcome. And the fence of what? But it's supposed to be more shaded in. But it looks like the frequencies like spiking. And then it has an eye and tooth, and then when I close my hand, it puts his tail in his mouth, like Ragnarok. Rag, no rock. See? And then right above his head is G, or AG, on the pointer finger. Like Sam, Uncle Sam with the top hat, the American flag, spangled banner, spangled, gold, span is sometimes the S-pan, which would be like the nasty S-pan, the sucker pan that they would poison or use body fluids or anything like that, or whatever. And then this S-pan, and S-pan is S-pan, P-A-N, pot and N. But pan, S-pan is S-pan, gold, G-L-E, or glade, without sure, layer, star spangled layer, or the G layer, which would be like layered cake or layered houses, layered places, and star spangled banner, and ner, two N's, and ER, or ner, and then if you add an F, it's banner, which is be a gun or a Nerf toy, etc. One time Sandra Ellis shot me with the toy, and I was like, what the heck? That's like a funny thing. But then she warned me of a gun on Facebook Messenger, and she warned me that it would be like a 9 or 1911, or it's a gun that you cock. And then she warned me, and then and yeah, so we're rooted in all these tattoos, prophecy. I got it because my ex left me, and then I thought it was cool to say MLB, money over bitches, but more blood from God. I did a God ritual laying on my altar. My bed's an altar at the homeless shelter, and then I put what did I say? But I have a Jesus candle, Sacred Heart candle on there, and then I have a Dios de los Muertos with a banner on there, and the skull candy makeup or the ancestor makeup honoring the ancestor, the Tor, the Old Testaments. There's more marks. Right here is a swirl. It comes back in like that they try to draw. There's a swirl under the star with the S. And this S is capped out. It says SA right there. And then it goes like that under the star, the black star, with the letters around the star, L and Y. The star is in the middle with both left and right points of the star going into the hollow shaded letters. And in the bottom of the Y, under the star, there's a shadow. And then it comes into the shadow. Then this one, I have Love Kills Slowly, but it also looks like Love Heals Slowly. But I also have a 4-leaf clover, and it's a prophecy of Love Kills Slowly, right? But on the wrist it has a 4-point clover, and then over here it has a 5-point blackened star with a period dot right here in the middle of my hand, and with a band of Independence Police on it. And these are the bands of Oregon State Police, black and white. And then this says love shouldn't hurt. And it has a banner, purple banner, cancer banner, just like my grandma's name that I drew. It says Lydia. And the bottom looks like a blade. And now that I look at it, that they try to set me up with. But I drew it. And my homie put it on me. And drew. Sessler. Sess is 7 with a double S. Ler. Andrew. And he drew. Sessler. Andrew Anaya. A-N-A-Y-A. And right here, the I, right after the H, looks like a candle flame, or a 6 candle flame. And the NG, then the T loops back to the E, back to the beginning. And the Y underlines back to the H, saying they would set me up with H after the T. But the T loops back in to actually it goes to the little E right here by the V. The V covers the E, and the R loops back down like. Then right here is the O. Someone said baby on the TV. Then right here is the O, looping back in, and then this O going back in between the says O, Ver, and then the R looping back to the O. And family has a little 7 sideways or a little scythe. Now that I just realized it. Then Charlie Early. Early is like a prophecy of me being a prophet or knowing things early, knowledgeable of Corinthians. The side F. a scythe with the F. A-M, and then another I with a 6 that's like a flame. So the family's lit. And then the I, flame with a 6, live, fam, I love you. But it has the 6 with the flame on each eye. And everything. So I have 2 eyes with a 6 flame. Prophesying like Route 66, like the girl who told me her name is Michelle. She has a Route 66 tattoo with something on it. But like Lightning McQueen, Radiator Springs. What's that? What kind of the electric cars and all that? What's that? What's it called? All in all. That's like Inferno or Infernando all, but that means all creation.
And he was a team lion on the eve of his debut performance at Leviticus. Yo, King, you getting ready to be famous?
But these are the 3 colors of Santa Marta's robe. And this high Hefner is the U is like a cup with a candle in it, and the eye is like a candle. But I got 2 eyes, one in family, one in everything. And then the Oved is the Omega C's, but it loops back in from internal. Under on my chest, I put Alon's protector. But Dan's. Originally thought about my cousin Alexis, the firstborn daughter of my Hermie, Linda Hermes. Hermie is like saying you're both masculine and feminine for God and the Star of David perfectly. You can be perfectly balanced, perfectly good, right? Or perfectly, I say good, but it's a speech. But anyways, look at the dancing over there. It's a show called M, like fire, with a baseball. I got a diamond right here, and a star, and a baseball. And my uncle used to have on his back. He was gonna be a San Padres baseball team as a God prophecy. That means Saint Father. Then I got this, which is a blazer sign with a black line star with red shading from the points back in all the way into the middle. It's a hollow dot in the middle with 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I got 5 and 3, but I put it like 503. And the 2 arms are 5 and 3 of the star, left and right. And the points go past the 5 and 3, defeating numbers. And then on each side, put a black star with a red outline or red shading. And then touches the crease of the joint. Then I got 1990 established prophecy of the established names of modern day oppression was slavery, the Tin Man, SSN, the 1 into the 9, into another 9, and double 9s, overcome, and then I zeroed them out. But look at the underlines, establishment came back in. Look at that. It's like a booger or a shooting star or a bandana flower. But look at the 0 was like a diamond or Old English. But the 1 looks like what? It looks like a foundation going up to a roof, and the roof is covered right there by something right there, and then looping back to the middle, And then another one on the outside, right here. That one looks like a house. The house is covered. That looks like a spirit. Over. And then right here, it goes back in too, right into my arm.
Today, we're talking to you to speak about yourself in the third person. You need to recalibrate your nuts again.
Guys using it to launch a king. It's completely crazy, but
There's a dot right there in the middle of my hand. So the star dot with the wrist is the end of which is omega to you. Then love kills slowly. There's a prophecy from the Bible that I conquered. And I have a 4-leaf clover with a black and white Oregon State Police band and love shouldn't hurt. 3 bands. And I got the crowns with 4-point stars on each side. And looks like a little slice or a little E on each side with a jewel. And then right here looks like a rose or a corn on the cob, a bud. And then right there has 4 strips on each side. And it looks like both sides are pointing to the claws of the hand, like claw. And then the middle parts look like they're pointy little daggers. But the black cross on top with the 4 stripes on each, with 2 stripes on each side, and the top is like a house of God, but it's being glorified, and it's capped off 3 points. And then on top, it says I am king on my fingers, like the body of Christ, all comes together for one. Because if you separate your fingers, it's each a letters, but it says you put them together. It says I am king, and then it had a red star on the top of my finger right here, but it faded out. But my ring finger right here, it's a sovereign joke or a Solomon joke, a king joke. It has an I that looks like a J. Well, each finger says K-I-N-G. My pinky says I-K, I know. The middle finger says A-N, without the D, celibacy. The index finger says M-G, but the pointer finger says G. On the knuckle, the dragon's head is right by the G. A-N the N has a shadow around it, but it swirls back in. The sovereign little green finger has an I that looks like a J, but it's supposed to have a star, red star. And then the pinky says I know, I-K, or I-Night. I-Night, or the I-Night is like being King David, because it usually portrays him as alone. But the middle of the crown has a star with the Aries zodiac in it. Right where Archangel Michael used his sword of the word, the light of light, right through my hand, and the spirit, right in the middle. And the ram in the Old Testament is I think a sin offering. So eternal light sword burning in eternal for the sin offering of the ram. The right hand. Oh, there's glitter. Where did that come from? Anyways, the right hand was stabbed by God, and had the Norse pagan Jen the Witch clan red symbol of their whole Norse pagan clan because I was watching him. He was making fun of people butthole or something being played with, and he was laughing. So I felt it was really weird. So I broke their whole clan with God's sword. He came off his throne looking like me and stabbed the middle of my hand. And then I was laying in my bed when it happened, and then he stabbed my hand with the sword. The sword is the word, right? He came with a sword and not for peace. And he stabbed my hand. Right after that, he broke their seal with easily and have no power to go against God. And then he went to my grandma's name, the lid, die, the A. The lid is the Y-D. But anyways, that's the cancer banner right here. And then and then they had poisoned my grandma, I believe, and all that stuff. Lydia Maya de los Reyes. And then God was like a little angel right here looking like me, and he pulling energy through my hand, all white light, and I got tripped out, and I was trying to stop him. I did stop him, but he was still pulling it real quick through my crown, blessing my crown. Then the Star of David was on my knee. Right here's the crown, 3-point crown with 3 dots, the 3 kings, the 3 gods, then the halo, then 33 right here, like graffiti, predicting graffiti, and then drip that was hollow because they would try to poison me with anything. And then I have S like a money sign right there on top, and then the TAR. It's supposed to have another R, but it's like Saint AR, Saint R. Then I got a couple more tattoos, but the star on my face is a ram too, with purple shading. Has purple shading that faded from an 18th Streeter. So it's a star that with a ram, and the ram's zodiac looks like a V that loops back in, like a setup, right? The ram is a Dodge Ram. Or DOD, Department of Justice. And when that had happened, it loops back into the V. It also looks like a 9 reversed 2 ways, looping back in to 1, but it's outside the star on the bottom. Then the nose ring and the lip ring, right? Nose ring is the color gold. Nose ring. And then over my eyebrow, I have RIP. But the R loops back in, and then right here, it goes right here. Then RIP. They're tagging me RIP or what? Over the eyebrow or the row? The IB row. Or you say Ivy row? IB row. Each hair follicle in the eyebrow. EYE. Everything. Y. Everything. B. Or bro wins. But what bro? What brother? Or bro double V's. Like Cardi B said in the song I heard her freestyle or something. Or maybe it was it. Like they try to use voices. Maybe not. But double U is double V. You get it? Double U. Double 2 times X2. Double U is double V. So it points right back at you when I'm here as God, as whatever I want to be, because I'm a sovereign Lord, but in my own presence, and I can still connect to people in the way that being a king, I walk as just like everybody else, kind of, but a little bit better. But the eyebrow. Then I got this, which is the A loops back into the A. It's Alexis, my cousin, and the I is like a 6 in the flame. Alexis, X-I-S for sis. Alexis. And then I got 2 hollow teardrops. Then I got the scar up here in the speaker box. So right here I was dating Rikisha Hitchin. Hin Chin means the end, the him with the chin means that you guys would try to set me up with a chin. And Ricky Sha or Alpha, stop talking, for the all switch, stolen doctrine, or the Hebrews, again, the Jews, and the Hitler, which is the Hitler is like Christ putting double over you, like this. Instead of putting a V over your mouth, you put it like this, right in between the the lip rings, which are snake bites. He's called snake bites. Right in between the snake bites. Drew it downwards. Now you got 2 front nails. And it says am, upside down. Am, snake bites. So they try to use a serpent against me, but I already ringed it to my lip. Right here, I have an eye on my tooth. It said there was a milk deficiency. And it's a white stain with a yellow mark on it, an eye, like a snake or a dragon, all-seeing eye, whatever. And then this one scar right here is a scar with a big old speaker box. It was like this big when I was in Rikisha Hitchin, and I had 2 speakers on it, and I think it was my brother maybe. I picked it up and I hit my head right here in front of the window, Crimson Court. And then right here, that's a scar, and it was bleeding down my face with a speaker box, and it hurt, and I was bleeding down my face, right over the forehead, and the mark of the beast was covered in the blood with the corner of the speaker box in front of Rikisha Hitchin at Crimson Court, capping off the mark of the beast with the scar of the forehead. So I already hit my head with the speak her box, the speaker, concur, or confirm, confer. But the speaker box was all black, a black box with 2 speakers, 2 magnets, and the wires of the speaker box, and then Reba is parked in Rhonda. But anyways, then I got the nose ring on the right side, because a nose, and the nos strill, or the nos ST real. The nos, or the no, ST real, which would be like the video that you guys would try to set me up for, or the scenes, all the stuff. The no, Saint real, the real with the I, like the reels, video reels, like casting out a fishing rod. Teach a man to fish, and then what? But the no, Saint real, and then my homie has Orthodox cross kind of over it, but he has God under his eye in script, meaning that you guys would script things, or it would be like a life actor, like Acts, Book of Acts. And then Barack Obama ain't nothing but a sellout. Obama, bar, ak, the Aki way, meaning the food would be poison. Then we got President Trump, Donald Trump, Don Aldi, Trump. And then what did they say? Something about prostitution and politicians. Then we got Joe Biden, President Trump, Joe Biden. Biden is like Biden or Joe Biden or Joe Cup of Joe. Biden or bidden, forbidden fruit. But yeah, these are just little connections I put in, and each tattoo has a story, and each part of the body correlates with the body of Christ, the body of God, and that you can use each as an energetic point or a spiritual point or a physical point as a body of Christ to embrace, like the forearm, you know what I mean? The FORE, arm, right? It's like forgiven, forearm, right? I tatted my sister with one of her favorite things, and then I put love on another tattoo on the forearm with the cross at the end, hanging from the E. So she had prophecy on her arm, on her forearm, pure love with the cross from the E. And the other one is XO, by my hands with a heart for the prophecy of the weekend trying to steal my name. Starboy Q, Starboy Quality, one of my names. And when that had happened, the weekend was tattoo help protect, because there's a heart and an X and an O, like kisses. And then we got a Statue of Liberty with the torch, like a French statue or a French kiss. And then I sang what, suavemente, and then he says besitos or something like that, which is kisses. But these things, I said the pause button is right there, and it has two lines, right? 2 lines for pause, or is it pause? And then the stop button is a square, 4 points, square. Back of my head, I got a tag, right? And that was on purpose. Sometimes they reorchestrate plastic surgery, right? And I predicted it a long time ago. Move your face 2 centimeters or a centimeter up or a certain amount so you don't have facial recognition. That's one far-fetched prophecy. But it's like the naked mole rat in Kim Possible. And the mole rat is a depiction of the naked mole rat, like a mole. or is a witch's bowl. Maybe both. But I don't care if they have a mole, because why? Because they the ones against me. But God is beautiful. My heart is beautiful. And my eyes. Look at my nose. Moving. Facial reconstruction to look like others. The eyebrow right here has a scar right there. And it looks like a horn right in the eye. Or a pyramid or a mountain. You see how the shadow is on the eyebrow? Then I got a scar right here. Every sign is a double ram. A double horn ram, right? And the horn is looped back in the middle of a purple star. But it's two nines inverted and reversed to each other, going into one outside the star on the bottom. And I got music signs that I drew. I found Juan Rojas and Andrew Sessler and Anaya. We were at Maria Tovar's house, and Monica Tovar and Jose Tovar and Miguel Tovar, which are my friends. And they had a friend named Irma, which is kind of suspicious, but she used to help my mom clean the house. And Irma something, another Irma, but she was a tweaker. But anyways, I put this music sign as a fancy